Here we are.
Hi guys, we're in Manchester with my man Aaron Watson.
And we're eating oranges.
We
in
certainly
Manchester.
are.
These are some fine Manchester oranges.
They certainly are. Now you kicked off your UK tour in Glasgow last night.
Yeah,
How was that?
It was packed. It was a ton of fun. The crowd was just so receptive, and to hear them singing along, it was a small crowd, but it was a packed house. You know, I think like maybe 300 people, but they were so friendly.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the thing. If two people showed up and they were enjoying it,
Yeah.
I would put on a show for them as if there was 100,000.
That's awesome.
Because they deserve it. They deserve it.
You had some problems finding a pizza, didn't you, last night?
I did, but we finally found a pizza, and I was confused because someone had told me that the euro in Scotland wouldn't be good over here, so I had 20.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I've got to spend them all. So rather than get the small pizza, I said, give me the biggest pizza you got. So I was walking down the streets of Glasgow with the biggest pizza.
That's awesome. You really live the glamorous lifestyle, don't you?
Yeah, it's so crazy. A wild and crazy life of pizza and country music. Yeah.
What do the kids think at home when their dad comes across the Atlantic? They must think it's like the coolest thing ever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they do. I mean, they love it. They want to know where I'm at. I mean, my oldest son, Jake, is the biggest Beatles fan possibly in the world. You know, he can, I'm telling you, he can play that guitar. He can give George Harrison a run for his money. He loves George. And, you know, he can play Day Tripper in his sleep.
Wow.
I mean, it's amazing. So when he's like, Dad, give me some Beatles stuff. Some real Beatles stuff. I said, okay, I'll work on it. He goes, get me like some of the guitars like George used. I was like, yeah, some of those guitars are probably like $10,000, bro. But they're excited about it, and Jack's excited about it too, and obviously Jolie Kate, you know, she wants me to bring her something, or cash.
Oh. Cash.
Because that's a woman for you. She's 7 and she wants cash.
Tell us about the new album Vaquero, because that comes out in less than a month.
Yes.
You must be so excited about that.
I am. Vaquero has 16 new songs on it. I wrote them all. So if it's terrible, it's my fault.
It's not going to be.
But, well, thank you. You know what? It's a special record. It's the hardest I've ever worked. I mean, for 2 years, I got up early every morning and I just wrote songs. And I just wrote all day. And after the kids would go to bed, I would write. And I probably wrote 80-plus songs, and I just really felt like these 16 songs were the ones that were supposed to be on the record. And, you know, it's just it's all heart and soul. I mean, everything. I mean, there's fun songs on there, but it's songs that I experienced, things that I experienced. But I just think it's a continuation of our story, a continuation of our brand of music. And people are like, is it different? And I'm like, yeah, it's different. And you know, a record should be different. For 2 years I've refused to listen to mainstream music because I don't want to be influenced. But because of Jake and his infatuation with the Beatles, I've listened to nothing but the Beatles. And that White Album really inspired me in this next record. I mean, just the diversity of the songs on the White Album. I mean, there's folk music on the White Album. There's country music on the White Album. There's polished pop music on the White Album. There's probably the first hard rock song, Helter Skelter, on the White Album. You know, so I mean, just to hear that diversity inspired me, because a record should take you through a wave of emotions, and so it's I think it's my best offering to date. I don't know if it'll make country music history like The Underdog. I don't know if it'll chart #1. I mean, so many of those things.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, we'll hope so. But you want to know what? If it doesn't chart #1, I'll just go, oh man, and I'll wake up the next morning and I'll work hard. And really, it's not about that first week or the first month. It's about what does that record do for the rest of its life. You know, and people are still discovering our records that we recorded 10 years ago and enjoying them. So really, I try to focus on things that I can control, and that's me. And I have a hard enough time controlling me. So I try to focus on being kind and showing my fans how much I love them and appreciate them, and my work ethic. You know, so we're going to, at the end of the day, it's like I tell my boys before a big baseball game. Listen, I tell them, if you give your best effort and you give all you got, whether you win or lose, tonight you're going to sleep good because you left it all out there on that field. If you don't give your best effort, you're going to be laying in bed tonight going, maybe we would have won had I tried. So for me, I give my best effort, and regardless of what happens, what can you say? If you gave your best, you can just go, well, I tried my best.
Follow your heart and always believe in the underdog.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's right, brother.
And Jolie Kate's got her song on the record now, hasn't she?
She does.
Diamonds and Daughters.
Diamonds and Daughters. When she found out that I wrote a song for her brothers on the last record and she didn't get her song, she was an unhappy little girl. She was an unhappy little female. And so I wrote a song for her, and hopefully it will be the song that her and I get to dance to at her wedding someday. It's a really sweet song. It's hard for me to sing. I get a little choked up because I love that little girl.
Yeah. What's your favourite track on the album, if you could pick one out, and which one are you most excited for people to hear?
I like a lot of them, but I think I like, well, I really like this song called They Don't Make Them Like They Used To, because with everything our country's been going through lately with the election, people are crazy. And people are mad at President Trump because they don't think he treats people well. But while they're mad at him for not treating people well, they're treating people terribly. It's just we have no grace, mercy, kindness, forgiveness. And so I wrote this song, They Don't Make Them Like They Used To. And it's just, when I think back to my grandparents, I think about good things. And it makes me miss them. And They Don't Make Them Like They Used To really is a song where I kind of, we've got to learn to forgive, got to learn to live together, make the world a better place, and just maybe someday somebody somewhere will look back on today, look back on us and say, they don't make them like they used to.
That's awesome. We can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, so it's a really song with a story. I also like this song called Clear as a Bell. The saying is clear as a bell, like a bell. But I wrote it a song about a Mexican girl who comes across the border, Texas border, illegally, and her name is Isabel. So it's called Clear Isabel. And it's just, it has that Townes Van Zandt type of, Guy Clark type of songwriting. I like that kind of stuff. I like the songs. I like the songwriting. When I write a song and I go, ooh, that one's a good one. It might not be a hit on the radio, but when it makes me smile, like, ooh, Guy Clark would like this one. Ooh, Bob Dylan would hear this song and like it. The radio might not like it, but Springsteen would like this song. Those are the kind of things that make me smile. That's the kind of stuff I live for.
Now, your live show, I'm being honest here, is one of the best I've seen. One of the best live shows.
I paid him
awesome,
£20
Yeah, he did.
for that.
He certainly did.
That's right.
I'm joking. He didn't really.
Well, thank you.
Introduce us to your band, because obviously they're an important part of what you do, and those guys are awesome on stage.
We got Nate Coon on the drums. We call him Coon Dog. We got Jason Flaco Lerma on the drums. That's my nickname for him. We got John Dan McBride on the bass. We have Damian Green on the fiddle. And they're my brothers. And I think the reason why the live show's so good is A, they're really good musicians, but B, we really love each other. Like we just have fun. And we're actually going to add a new person to the band here in the next few months. We're not sure who it's going to be or what they're going to play, but we just kind of want to add something fun. But they're just great guys. And really, they get up there and they jam.
Mm.
The best compliment you can give us is saying, "Man, your album sounds great, but we heard you live and it sounds better live."
It is,
Oh,
honestly.
that's the
It is
greatest
electric,
thing.
honestly.
It's the greatest thing you can say to
Yeah.
a band. I'm a music lover. The biggest disappointment is when you have a record and you're so excited to see the band play, and then they play that song and you're like, "Oh, that was horrible." So we focus on putting on a good show. These people are paying their hard-earned dollar or their hard-earned pound.
Yeah,
Is that right?
that's right. Yeah.
These people are paying their hard-earned pound to come see me play. They deserve to get their money's worth.
Yeah. Big respect for you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Love it.
It's everything, and that's the stage gives me an opportunity to share my faith in Jesus. It gives me an opportunity to share my love for my family and share my love for my fans. Like, I want to make people feel good. I want to bring them joy, and so it's just a lot of fun if I'm able to do those kind of things.
Yeah. So what can we expect from the show tonight? Is it going to be?
We're just
going to throw any new ones in? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to throw some new ones in. I'm probably going to mess up the new ones a lot.
Yeah, that's all right.
But we're going to have fun, and so we're excited to try a couple of the new songs out. But we're just going to have fun, and I'm sure there'll be some cute little English girls that have some requests, and I'll play whatever they want to play.
Awesome. Well, we're going to have some good fun as well. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely.
Best of luck for the rest of the tour.
Yeah, you too, and you keep your dad out of trouble.
I will do. I'll try my best.
Keep him on the short leash.
I will do.
Us dads.
Yeah.
We're crazy.
Problems.
We're crazy.
Nice one, Aaron.
Hey, thanks, brother.
See you soon. Signing out from Manchester.